we didn't make the plays in the fourth quarter when we needed to, and Idaho State did hit the shots when they needed to, and we didn't execute defensively the way that we had for the majority of the game, and that was the difference of the game. I mean, two tough teams that battled back and forth, and they got the better of it because they executed defensively and we didn't.
Coach, the way that this ended, you guys had an opportunity to tie it up or win it, and an unfortunate turnover. What was the mood like after that turnover happened?
Obviously, right after the turnover, there was some shoulders that were down and some eyes that were on the ground. But we had to quickly turn it around to try to give ourselves a chance with a steal, and as soon as we huddled back up during that timeout, they were able to regroup and focus back in. Probably a coaching mistake on my end. I should have put a quicker, more aggressive defender in for Dari. She didn't stay on the high side to deny that out, and so easy catch and a quick foul. We had hoped to pressure, face guard everything and make him go over the top, and unfortunately when we switched, she got caught on the bottom side, and freshman mistake, and I should have had somebody else in there ready to a little bit quicker and maybe more experience in that situation. But the turnover is unfortunate, and again, just can't fault them for trying to make the play. Just passed the ball a little too early, and Jamie wasn't as tight as she needed to be coming off in that play that we went over in practice a number of times today. So who knows if it would have gone in and been the difference maker, but you obviously want a shot at it.
It seemed like, compared to the North Dakota game, and back in you're up and then you give the lead, this one it seemed pretty consistent back and forth battle. What did you feel like was the difference, especially in the down the stretch in the fourth quarter?
I believe it mostly came down to my coaching mistakes. I don't think I made the right adjustments defensively when our team got passive, offensively when our team got a little bit scared and nervous. Instead of staying aggressive and attacking, I didn't adjust well enough and quick enough to put them in the right position to give them a chance to win. And unfortunately, the position we're at, having not won for a while, they're looking over to the bench, wanting to be spoon-fed everything rather than just playing, and I didn't do a great job of reacting to get them in the right position on either end of the court. And they battled and worked hard to keep us in it, but I got to do a better job of knowing the personnel, getting them set up, keeping them with the aggressive mindset, because that's how we were in the third quarter. That's the start of the fourth quarter, and then once the delays in the game kept coming, it just kept slowing us down and taking momentum away from us and aggressiveness away from the team.
Jess, how did the mood of the game or the team change once Idaho State coach ended up having to head to the locker room?
I don't think it really changed. I think that our team was already focused at that point, but we just tried to lock in a little bit more because, some teams might think like it's an advantage, which it kind of is, but if you let yourself just think it's an advantage, and then you're going to start playing passive and like you have the game already, or like it's going to be easier, but it's not going to be easier. So we just tried to focus in and lock in a little bit more.
For you, Jess, 23 points tonight. What was working well for you?
I think just my jump shot hasn't really been there the past couple games, but I've been working on it, and being home definitely helps where I know the rims. But my teammates did great at finding me and getting each other open. So.
Looking towards Saturday, Coach, matchup with Weber State. Another home game here. What did you see tonight that you'd like to see carry over against the Wildcats?
Really liked how we started the game and the third quarter. I liked our confidence and aggressiveness, throughout those three quarters, and we need to put that through with 40 minutes of the same thing. Weber State's going to press you and try to, they make it a little more chaotic than Idaho State did, so we're going to have to make sure we take care of the ball, which early in the game we didn't do, and stretch their defense out to give us opportunities to drive to the basket as well as get inside-outside touches. Really happy with our guard play and our execution through 3.5 quarters. And I think if we can stay consistent and carry that over, we'll give Weber a great battle.
Coach, when Idaho State's coach headed to the locker room, it looked like he joked a little bit with you. What did he tell you when he headed into the locker room?
Seton and I are good friends, and we talk and get together often. He just said, I don't get to see the end of the game. Tell me how it goes, or something like that, and it was unfortunate that it got to the point where he got ejected, I think that that play didn't impact the game as much as the number of times that we had to go to the monitor and just the rhythm that we were in kind of slowed down when we kept having stalls and delays, and I got to do a better job of keeping the team focused and not let those interruptions of play change our momentum when we're especially in a good groove.
Jess, how frustrating is that when there's a lot of stoppage in time to whether go to the monitor or discuss a call? How frustrating is that to you as a player?
It gets pretty frustrating because you just want to get out there and play, and especially like Coach said, if you're in a groove, and especially our team, we do better when we're kind of in a rhythm and running down the court and kind of getting our shots in and stuff. So when you have to kind of stop for 2 or 3 minutes and then wait around and just stand there, it's hard to focus, and I know some of my teammates have a harder time focusing. But it gets frustrating having the stops, but you can't let that be a factor in it.
Coach, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, rivalry game coming up, a little bit of extra emotion, a little bit of extra edge for you?
Yeah, definitely. I think Weber's going to be a good game. It's kind of a rival because they're they're in the same state, so yeah, I think it's going to be a good game. We're going to, just work as hard as we've been working, and we're going to just try and go up from here, so hopefully we'll get a win.
Coach, it seemed like, and maybe this is just me not noticing it before, but it seemed like you guys were trying a lot of higher passes down into the post players. Is that something that you guys had planned in there, or is it something you've been doing and I just haven't noticed it yet?
No, we've always had similar plays in, but most teams have tried to guard Jess or Dari in the post, kind of 3/4 to behind. So in the last handful of games, we've been able to get the ball in easier and then use some movement off of that, but harder for the post player to make a move. These guys use their length and fronted more, and so that opened the backside a lot more. So today we were trying to take advantage of that. Is if the weak side help was chasing our girl coming off the screen, then let's lob it up and go. But and made a big play down there at the end when we called that play, and Jamie got it into Jess and she got the and one. That was really great execution of that. Pretty much depends on how teams come out and guard, if we have that opportunity or not. And because last year we got a lot with Brenna because she taller and bigger, so they tried to take the passing angle away from where she was and not let her get a catch as deep. This year we haven't seen it as much with Jess, and so tonight we did have that opportunity to practice it. We have been working in practice a lot on that over-the-top pass just because we need to become better passers, but tonight there was an opportunity to utilize it a little bit more.
All right, anything else for these two? Perfect, thank you.
Appreciate it, guys.